This month on Sci-Fi.
Friday morning, Everton face Chelsea in a must-win Battle of the Blues. The Toffees chasing a Champions League berth. Chelsea still chasing the title.
That is a stunner!
Everton-Chelsea, 5 a.m. Friday, live on Fox Sports 2.
The Back Page on the Fox Sports News Channel.
This program brought to you by Harvey Norman. There's a store near you. And Bunnings Warehouse, where lowest prices are just the beginning.
Hello everybody and welcome to this replay of the round 4 AFL clash between Hawthorn and Adelaide from Aurora Stadium in Launceston. Both these teams played finals last year and are expected to be around the mark again in 2008, although Hawthorn's chances of victory in this clash were dampened by the late withdrawals of captain Sam Mitchell and forward Tim Boyle, who were replaced in the selected side by Tim Clark and Mark Williams. The Crows made 2 changes to the side which defeated Port Adelaide last week, with Robert Shirley and Bryce Campbell coming in for the injured Luke Jericho and Chris Massey. This is how the game unfolded in near perfect conditions in Tasmania. Umpire Michael Vozzo gets us underway in round 4 of the AFL. Already numbers around the ball, and we'll have a secondary bounce.
A lot of numbers around the ball, nice and early, be nice and tight.
Tom Murphy starting on Brett Burton, the danger man for Adelaide too.
Griffin with his hand to the ball, wheeling out of the congestion. Paul Pleasure gets Adelaide going forward. It's a high ball. Hawthorn looking to clear here as they work it out to Brent Guerra. Hands to Hodge. He missed the target. Now they've got some problems under pressure here, Murphy. Adelaide lock it in.
He's very lucky there, Tommy Murphy. Went to ground, spilled the ball.
Tippett, Van Berlo, Mackay and Campbell on the bench for the Adelaide Crows. Goodwin, did he get a push in the back? It was looking that way.
Well, just a bit overzealous there from Simon Taylor. Goodwin starting on the wing, normally playing deep forward, but Neil Craig just mixing up. We see the replay here. Goodwin grabs the ball, and Taylor in the back there.
There's near a sprawl, Danny. Threw himself forward then, I reckon.
12 goals, 7 so far this season. 4-time All-Australian. Only 3 Crows players left still playing from their 98 premiership team. Hooks it wayward. It's out of bounds on the full.
Wasn't his best. Well, at least he's got his hands on the ball nice and early. He's going to be a very important player, Simon Goodwin.
Adelaide are kicking to the end where it is a lot easier to score goals in this first quarter. It seems to be a lot harder to the left of screen to be able to score goals. There's a bit of a breeze that swings up as the ball gets near the top of the goal square. Bit of a Bermuda Triangle down there.
Birchall. Going out wide.
Got some space now.
Crawford. 16th season in the AFL. Looks for Chance Bateman. Hard running again, which is a trademark of his game. Now the 15th current Indigenous player to be playing 100 or more games in the AFL. Hodge told to play on, again coming laterally. Gillum.
Now they've got a little Rioli on here.
Guerra, handball over the top, finds Rioli, 55 and closing. Nice pass, right onto the chest of Mark Williams.
Well, it's a super kick case. A great vision there from Rioli. But it blazed away, went long, saw Franklin double team, then looked out to his right and saw Mark Williams. This is going to be great, not only for Rioli's confidence, for Mark Williams shooting for goal here. Basically hasn't played for 12 months, Liam.
Played the first 4 games last season before the knee injury wrecked his year. Celebrates his birthday today. Doesn't get the result he wanted early on. It's a minor score.
Well, he just didn't kick through the ball then. He seemed to just stab at it, Mark Williams. We know it's a difficult end to kick to. We've already discussed that, but I mean, that was a gimme. He's 20 metres out directly in front. And after such a good setup by Rioli, it's a disappointing finish for Williams. As you said, it would have been good for his confidence to have got away to an early goal.
John Cott restarts, shallow to the pocket. Tyson Edwards over the top to the run of McLeod. Inboard Stevens. It's come unstuck. Hand pass missed its target. Tyson Edwards back to retrieve it. Gets a free kick for a push in the back. Advantage to McLeod.
Just drove him in the back.
Symes. Now to the run of Rutten. Good defensive work there from Gillum. But Adelaide still with possession. Shirley. Thompson. Again it's Symes. Has to retreat a long way for Tyson Edwards. Over the top looking for Bock.
With pressure from behind.
Magnificent play there from Hawthorn, all over the ground. Their pressure's been terrific, and again, the run down from Rioli.
Behind your mark.
This will come back. No mark.
The pressure on the ball carrier, we just see Rioli there ready to swoop. That is great play there from Hawthorn.
He just didn't quite get his foot to it, did he? Bock. Rioli already been busy.
Been quite
Franklin's
a
on
find.
the lead here.
18-year-old Cyril Rioli, youngest player in the game today, looks into the pocket. Good work from Bassett. Edwards to the run of Thompson,
again.
and again he's run down by the speedster Rioli.
Well, you just love that. You love that in a young player. I mean, he's got the speed. Hawthorn, when he got him as a crumbing forward, but this defensive pressure you just can't buy. I mean, it's sensational play. And now they'll be in two minds the whole time, the Hawthorn, the Adelaide defenders, when he's around.
Well, dive was called there as Brad Sewell went down. Couldn't win a free kick.
Play on. Handball out.
The congestion. Clinton Young. We go down to Lee Colbert.
Just some important matchups, boys. Tim Clark picking up McLeod. Michael Osborne going with Michael Dowdy. And also Tom Murphy with Brett Burton will be an interesting one all day.
Numbers around the ball still. Sewell, quick hands. Hodge dropped it.
Play on.
Good heavy work from the Crows, restricting Hawthorn's progress.
Settle down now, boys.
Certainly very willing as umpire Matthew Nichols comes in.
The swing of the way the matchups are working at the moment, Goodwin playing on Guerra, which I think they'd be happy with that because he's very good overhead, Goodwin.
Poor Pleasure, kick out of the congestion. Running onto it, Douglas has been in great form this year. Now it's Brett Burton working against Thomas Murphy. Goes off the ground intelligently to the support of Stevens. Looks into the pocket for Goodwin in a confined space. Can't keep it alive, it's out of bounds.
A couple of little skill errors early from the Hawks, a couple of their senior players too. Will did that well there, Murphy, but look at the recovery on Brett Burton.
No real advantage in the throw and chance. Bateman with a strong tackle.
Super strong tackle. Thought he may have went a little bit high with the tackle initially, but it stuck. See Shirley there tagging Lukey Hodge.
Good tackle from Douglas again, bringing down Rick Ladson.
We're going to see a lot of tackling today. Both sides have already had the 7 tackles each.
6.5 minutes played, term number 1. Crawford going nowhere, wrapped up.
No ball opportunity, high ball. Throw yourself to the ground there, Rick. Eyes up, face the footy.
Griffin for Adelaide. Chance Bateman farming out the handball.
They've got nothing to kick to here. They're going to have to use by hand.
He's going to have to go long down the line here. He's got no right foot, Young.
Comes back inboard. Now they work it to Gillum and Guerra. The man they like to quarterback the team. He goes by hand to Campbell Brown. Now bringing it out wide, looking for Young. It's cut out here by Cam McGregor.
Well, they're queuing up across the centre square here, the Crows defenders.
Burton leads to the pocket. Not a great pass for him. Set it up and that allowed Murphy to come in over the top. Did it strongly. Now he's got problems. He's holding the ball.
It's great in the initial contest with Burton, but then just have the lack of awareness, knowing there was a lot of pressure on Tommy Murphy. Just see great, just a lack of awareness here. Had to deliver the ball by hand or foot.
Half a metre that way. Don't creep, mate, okay? Thank you.
Scott Stevens, top 10 in the best and fairest last season. Took more marks than any other Crows player. Comes in and did that very well as he comes up with the first goal of the game.
Tackling from both sides, Liam, at the moment has been super. Already we've had Adelaide with 10 here. See the turnover, the pressure on both teams at the moment. You're going to have to be pinpoint with your accuracy there. And we see Murphy. Initially that was a very good spoil, but then got the ball. Must have known he was under the pump. Really had to get the ball by hand or foot.
Good finish too. Tight angle.
He kept it nice and low. That was the key to that kick.
Been a very good player for the Adelaide Crows. First full year last season for them. After spending time with Sydney. Back underway thanks to Matthew Nichols. Kirk Tippett onto the ground for Adelaide into the ruck. Symes got it away quickly, only as far as Stokes. Good hands there from Sewell. Now they retreat a little further, and Grant Birchall with a hand pass out for Clint Young. Trying to use his speed. Gets around John Cock. On the non-preferred side. Scrubs a kick inside the attacking 50. Hand pass comes out wide to Tuck. Wasn't aware of the pressure. He's caught holding the ball, and Adelaide off and running. Bring it out to Tyson Edwards. And even wider now they have Brad Symes. Dances around another former Port Adelaide player in Guerra. At the back, trying to get up Goodwin. Grabs the loose ball. Douglas slips a tackle. Trying to do a little too much though.
Magnificent tackle, Campbell Brown. He was on the ground and just had the agility. Have a look at this. Just had the agility to get his arms around Douglas's waist. That's a great tackle.
Birchall to Guerra. Needs to be quick. Just got it off in time. Campbell Brown. This is good defensive pressure from Adelaide's forward line. Strength there from Birchall. Palms off a tackler. And now brings it out wide for the lead of Robert Campbell. Over the top, Hodge has Chance Bateman running. Works to 55, looks for Lance Franklin, can't reel it in. Bassett is there for Adelaide. Rutten with problems, gets it off quickly to Shirley. In turn, Tippett. Gain the equal to the challenge, but Hawthorn are relentless. Rough hit, looping hand pass, Chance Bateman. In traffic, gets it to Franklin. Tucked in on the boundary. Across the face of goal, it's another minor score.
Well, in both forward lines, forward pressure is a lead at the moment. There's not an easy kick to be had in this game of football.
Well, both sides are prepared to put players back around the 60 metres from goal and put up a little bit of a zone, just push their zone back a bit. And both sides are having a bit more difficult, although Adelaide have done it well here, getting it out of their defence.
Stevens for Tyson Edwards. Coasted up from the back line. He can go over the top to Richard Douglas. Just outside the 50, not a lot on offer, so he retreats. Stevens resets. They look for Goodwin. Pass pitches in front of him. Douglas once more. McGregor and Burton up for the target. Stokes. Handball out for Michael Osborne. And Crawford is on the end of this.
Now there's five Adelaide players between where Crawford is and the half forward line. So they're going to have to run, chip and run here.
Crawford retreats to the back pocket, and Brent Guerra.
Yours, mate.
Out on the lead, Birchall has been busy early, coming up for disposal number 7, the most in the game. Sewell on the lead.
Thanks, Scotty.
Got some separation there between himself and Scott Stevens. It's been a real arm wrestle so far. We played just over 12 minutes in the first term. And Sewell hangs it long, roughhead the target, getting into his back block. Adelaide with the answers so far. Box pass a little too deep, and Birchall takes it for Hawthorn. Inboard he comes to Robert Campbell. Even wider still, they have Xavier Ellis.
And they got Crawford at half forward.
Looks for Lance Franklin into the pocket, and he takes the mark. We go down to Lee Colbert.
Just a quick one, boys. Watch the style of play of the Hawthorn side. They'll always want to attack from this near side, and the Adelaide Crows are onto it, as Liam mentioned. They're getting numbers on this near side, so trying to push them back to the far side of the ground, so something to keep an eye on.
This is a really difficult spot to kick a goal, obviously, but he nearly has to aim for the left point post here with the natural swing of his kick, along with a bit of wind that does blow it that way. It's a difficult kick.
Kicked 7 goals, including the match winner in the elimination final in his last effort against Adelaide, and he's done that, but it's stayed out there, Liam. It's out of bounds on the full.
He aimed for a post, but unfortunately it was the point post.
Well, he needed to aim over. You need to aim on that side, but he hit it a bit low as well. That was the other thing. But that's the angle you nearly need to go with. The breeze blows up down here.
McLeod restarts for Rutten. Over the top, John Cock. His pass, dangerous. Coming quickly, Young did enough to force the contest. Bernie Vince coming off his best game, back to Rutten. Handball over the top to Bock. Tyson Edwards, good running from Bernie Vince.
Terrible kick, really.
Hawthorn with numbers. They run it out from the half-back line. Crawford involved again. Has plenty of options. Stokes, out wide Young. Works inside the 50. Hawthorn looking for their first goal, and they've come up with it. It's taken 14 minutes.
Now, he's one player that has been getting under the guard of oppositions all year. Clinton Young, as we see him coming off for a spell. He seems to get around the 50, and he seems to always be the link player. We know he's a beautiful kick, very one-sided with his left foot, but it was a good build-up by the Hawks after a turnover from, I think it was Vince for Adelaide. But that's an outlet spot for Clinton Young.
You're spot on there, Len. Also, the fact that Shane Crawford started the game in superb form with 5 disposals. He's been a great link up through the middle of the ground also.
Well, Clint Young's had a great start to the season. Top 10 in kicks and marks. Now in the number 11, formerly owned by Joel Smith after being in number 45 last season. It took them 14 minutes for Hawthorn on the board. They lead by 2 points. And a seesawing affair early on. Urchin's been busy. Disposal number 9. So too Rioli.
Look at this bloke.
Good skills as he evades one would-be tackler. Unprotected goal square. Slides across the face for a minor score.
How much excitement is he bringing to this game already?
The thing I like about him, Liam, is the fact that he takes the opposition on. You're never left wondering. You just know he's going to run and carry.
No closer.
John Cock got it from Andrew McLeod and looks out for Tyson Edwards.
No, it's only early, but Hawthorn, when they get the turnover, they play on quickly. The moment Adelaide, when they get their hands in the ball, it's stop-start. There's not many play-ons from a mark or a free kick.
Plenty of numbers in that middle part of the ground.
Dowdy got it from Shirley. Handball over the top. Vince drives long. Burton the target. Goodwin lurking. Hawthorn again with the Crummers. And the 2 100 gamers combined. Bateman took it from Brown, was looking for Roughhead. Bounce eludes him. Here's Bock. Pass left a little to be desired. The Hawks with numbers again. And here's Rioli.
I think he's tired. Cyril.
Roughhead. Handball inboard. Tucked it well with not much time nor space. Osborne quickly to Crawford. And gets it back again. Works it back to the middle. Saul.
Didn't have it.
Taken high.
Hold it, no advantage. Go back on.
Wasn't the best of handballs to Brad Searle. At least he had the courage to have his nose over the ball. He wore the free kick.
There's some space for Franklin here at half forward.
Young looks in that direction. Franklin at the back against Rutten. Now on the run, Franklin under pressure.
Oh, look at this spot.
Stokes in a confined space can only come up with a minor score.
Doing all the attacking at the moment, Hawthorn, unfortunately. The 3 behinds, 1 goal 3.
Cloud to restart. And again, they work it shallow to the pocket.
That's it.
They'll concede that kick, Hawthorn. It's this next one they don't want to really concede. So as long as it's deep into defence, they're happy. Then they'll start to set up from there.
That was right on the boundary line for Rutten. The boundary umpire really wasn't in a good position to see it. Shape of the ground really working against him there. McLeod gained into the pocket. Pass from Doughty. Vince with problems, taken down by Michael Osborne. It's holding the ball.
Again, it's that pressure. The ball carrier and the Hawthorn players are waiting for him to make a decision. That is a magnificent tackle from Osborne.
Mine.
Pass looking for Roughhead, who grabs it low to the ground.
slack defence there from Adelaide. You've got 3 or 4 players inside the Hawthorn forward 50, and they watch Roughead just waltz through and take an easy chest mark.
Interesting, the tactics when Franklin goes deep, Rutten will take him. When he's out around half forward, then it's taken by Bock, and they'll just rotate between Roughead and Franklin.
11 goals, 6 so far this season. Roughead got very close to the man on the mark and has ended up missing everything.
1 goal, 4, 2 out in the fulls. Hawthorn have got all the momentum, but unfortunately they haven't hurt Adelaide on the scoreboard.
Thompson through the corridor. Portplesia with some problems though, outnumbered. Quick hands there from Bryce Campbell. Now it's Clinton Young onto the ball. The Hodge. Wheeling out of trouble, Taylor back to Hodge. Under pressure though, didn't get a lot of distance with it. Here's Symes.
Goodman short.
He's the target, has to get it off quickly and does so. Back to Griffin, who launches it into the pocket, running back with a flight at the ball. The Birdman, Brett Burton.
Murphy said it was out in the full, wasn't happy with it, Murphy. Must have been right on the line, Case.
Well, Brett Burton has kicked 9 goals too so far this season, but this is going to test his accuracy. Can come up with the impossible at times, and Brett Burton does it just now.
Both sides have missed some easy shots on goal. The degree of difficulty of that kick was 9.9, and it split the middle straight over the top of the goal umpire's hat. And we just see a great contest here with Young and young Bryce Campbell. Great contest. The build-up wasn't the best of kicks there. Great hands from Goodwin. Griffin just gets the ball on the boot hurriedly, but we just have a look at the mark here. Oh, just in. Good decision in the end.
Yep.
Brett Burton continues with his great work. 10-2 on the season, led the Crows goal kicking in 2002. Already 3 lead changes, and it's Adelaide in front by 2 points. Little over 5 minutes to play as we enter time on term number 1 from Aurora Stadium. Symes.
High tackling here, Nathan. Adelaide hitting high.
Well, Justin Smith, the umpire in the Adelaide forward line, picked that one out to give Adelaide possession. Symes took on Ladson dangerously.
Free kick to Nathan.
Another free kick going to Van Berlo. Tippett lurking, knocks it down. Portplesia around the body, got it on the wrong side of the ball. He's missed everything.
He's in a wonderful spot to crumb though. It's exactly where he should have been. Just didn't finish it well.
Just had a little bit more time than he thought he had. Rushed it onto his boot.
Guerra with not a lot on offer.
You can see it here.
And happy to concede a minor score.
Right out.
Travis Tuck
Still me.
out to the half-back line, and Shane Crawford. Disposal number 7 for him in his first game of 2008.
Play on.
Young again caught on the wrong side, which is his right. Did it well to find Osborne.
Aussie.
Inside to Tuck.
Play on.
Running past Crawford. Energised here in game number 1 of the season. Chance Bateman had to retrieve the ball. Shares it out wide with Xavier Ellis, who's been in career best form, and hits Buddy Franklin on the chest.
I wasn't sure that was the right option then. Williams was really clear, and he went Franklin, and it was a sensational kick as it turned out.
I think Bateman after that kick was a little bit sore.
2 metres in front.
He's done a finger. I think he's dislocated a finger down there.
3 metres now, Ben.
Righto, Spud. He's got to go 2 metres to the left of the left goal post. Right,
That's a better kick.
From the paint, Buddy Franklin unloads, and Hawthorn retakes the lead.
He learned from his first shot on goal there, Liam. Magnificent kick. You called it correctly, just over the left home post. And Colby was right in saying they're attacking here. Also, it helps them because they're all left footers. So the pressure's not on their kicking leg. You see the left foot around this boundary here. It's gone from Bateman left foot, Ellis to Franklin. That is magnificent play. Great shot on goal. He's going to be the key out here today, Lance Franklin.
Lance Franklin kicked 73 goals last season to lead the Hawks and second in the Coleman medal. That's number 16 for this season. As we get back underway here, 23 and a bit minutes played, term number 1.
Playing in the side.
Hodge goes in strongly. Well, not going too far as we go down to Lee Colbert.
Picked it beautiful, Liam Pickering. Chance Bateman had his finger popped back in and he's just come off for a little bit of a rest and a tape, so it shouldn't be too long.
Tippett wins the tap. Tyson Edwards been influential for Adelaide. Doughty to Shirley. Just mishandled the ball and now he's got problems. He's holding it.
Again, great pressure, tackling from both teams.
Final 3 minutes, term number 1.
Well, there's a player down for Hawthorn inside their forward 50. Williams, I think it might be. It's just a poor kick.
Well, it's a bad option. 3-on-1 to Franklin.
Now Adelaide. Burton, the only Adelaide player inside there attacking 50. Goodwin for McGregor. Set him a task, but he was equal to it. Now he's got 2 to beat. Tremendous recovery from Gillum, who beat him to the loose ball after starting well behind him.
We just wanted more, Case.
Strong work from Campbell Brown off the ball. Goodwin back to help out the defence. The Crows with numbers. Symes in strongly. Needs help provided by Douglas. Here's Bassett. Doughty. Stevens. Douglas. Johncock. Rebounding off the half back line, but didn't have a lot to kick to. So goes out wide. This is Mackay. With support. Great tackle. Tremendous work from Cyril Rioli, the teenager.
How good has his tackling been today? You go on record as saying he's one of the best tacklers in the competition in only his 4th AFL game.
No one's been able to break through a tackle all year with Cyril Rioli. He's only pretty small. That's 50.
Well, his uncle, the great Maurice Rioli, is one of the best tacklers of all time, and there's no doubt that's a trait that's been passed down to Cyril.
Look at this. Now, he's a big unit, Nathan Bock.
And the key to that tackle, Liam, you're right, as Franklin takes the mark, he tackled with his torso. Magnificent.
I reckon when you play the Adelaide Crows, if you're not physical and you don't bring a physical mindset to the game, they can push you aside. Well, Hawthorn have bought that today.
Thanks, Rick.
And they're going to take some handling now, the Hawks. That's a big stat too. 5 marks already to 1 inside 50.
Lance Franklin kicked the last goal of the game 3 minutes ago. Game works out as he likes to, brings it back. And Hawthorn have kicked 3 of the last 4.
Pressure wins matches, and the tackling from Cyril Rioli, we've seen Hawthorn tackling, but they are getting out-tackled at the moment. We just see here.
A bit stiff here, I reckon, Burton. He went off the line, Guerra, but he can't do it, I suppose.
Well, you'd love to be leading on the end of that kick from Guerra. He's one of the best kicks in the competition. The beauty about his kicking, he kicks the ball to space to allow the forward to run onto.
Straight back this way, guys. Straight back this way.
Lance Franklin making his presence felt already. Hawthorn with a game-high 9-point lead. Little over 60 seconds out from quarter time. Tippett up high against Taylor once more. Roves his own ball. Mackay, Sewell, shut down quickly, going nowhere.
Liam, you picked up on the fact that Rutten's playing at full-back and box-in half-back, and they're taking Franklin or Roughead, but that's suiting Hawthorn at the moment because those 2 boys, Franklin and Roughead, are losing them in transition.
Play on, not clear.
Ball squirts out to Bernie Vince quickly onto the boot. B-grade bounce for Tyson Edwards. Gillum back strongly. Goodwin taken high, pushing the back. Free kick for Adelaide.
Well, he had the free kick. It was the one player that really wanted the ball. They desperately need this shot on goal. It's been all Hawthorn the last 10 minutes. As we see Goodwin going at the ball. He was lucky in the end because he dragged it in. Wasn't a lot on it, but in the letter of the law, it was there.
Well, that's his second free kick that, to me, Simon Goodwin a little bit lucky.
It's been 8 minutes since Adelaide kicked their last goal. Captain comes in and he shanked the first, and that one's to the near side as well.
Uncharacteristic from Simon Goodwin. He prefers to kick the ball from about 55. Just stabbed at that kick.
Well, it was an arm wrestle right through the first quarter. Seesawing affair with a lead changed 4 times, but 2 goals to Buddy Franklin in time on have edged Hawthorn 8 points clear at the end of one. Hawthorn 3 goals for. Adelaide 2 goals 2 as Neil Craig makes his way down to the ground to speak to his troops. And an enterprising start from the Hawks, who are looking to go 4-0 to start the season. We'll have more for you from Aurora Stadium right after this.
I am Richo. I'm Jonathan Brown.
I am Sean Higgins.
I'm Gary Ablett Sr. I'm Gary Ablett Jr.
I am the great Ron Barassi.
I'm the Wiz. I am Nick Rewards Curry.
I'm Daniel Kerr's Blistering Speed.
With 4 live games every round, replays and classic matches, you can see all your AFL heroes in one place this season. Fox Sports AFL.
Thanks to its variable cylinder management, the all-new Honda Accord can change between 6 cylinders, 4 cylinders, and even 3 cylinders. It's the start of a big V6 revolution.
This is the iMate Ultimate Series. They look like they were designed by NASA, but they were, in fact, developed by iMate. Not only does it look amazing, the Ultimate is jam-packed with features. It incorporates a PC with email, internet access, and video out for a big screen connection. It also has an MP3 player, digital camera, GPS, and Foxtel by mobile, all in one compact unit, thus overcoming the need for separate communication devices for your work and personal use. The iMate Ultimate. It's one small step for iMate, one giant leap for mobile technology.
The 6th annual Astra Awards are coming, and by voting for your favourite TV stars and programs, you and a friend could win a chance to experience all the glitz and glamour that come with TV's Night of Nights. You could even win an HD LCD TV. It's your choice. Simply go to channel 222 and press the red button to vote, or vote online at astraawards.com. Voting closes April 16. Driven by Holden Astra.
This is why I played football.
And this is why I played footy.
And that is why we play football.
Do something! Do! Don't think, act, don't hope, do!
As Jonathan Griffin and Campbell get us underway, term number 2.
That attack on the footy.
Not getting much love from the umpires there either.
Well, that
appear to be
sets
taken high.
Yeah, Case, you're spot on. Liam, you're spot on there. Hodges' attack on the ball set the scene for his teammates.
Both at it.
Goodwin down low. Young. Ladson going nowhere.
Ball pin mine.
It's hard to find any space to create in at the moment.
Oh, it's a real arm wrestle, and it sort of suits. It'll suit Hawthorn. They should be fresher than the Crows after a pretty bruising encounter last week, the Crows.
Umpire Justin Schmidt restarts. Campbell with the tap. Symes wrapped up.
So we can't get a record number of bounces to start this second quarter. Up to our 4th in the first 30 seconds.
Graham Johncock there's loose behind the ball, so Neil Craig going with a loose player.
Chance Bateman drives Hawthorn long. Franklin the target. Strong work.
Didn't make much difference.
Looks inboard. Williams takes the mark.
And that's why he's going to be such a nightmare matchup, Lance Franklin, for years to come. Because Rutten is a wonderful fullback, a wonderful defender, and a strong defender, but he was just too tall. He's 197 centimetres. Look at this. Just goes in high. Now, Rutten was in the perfect position. Just not tall enough.
Williams, one of the late inclusions. Missed an easy shot early on, but makes amends here as Hawthorn draw first blood, term number 2.
Positive signs there from the Hawks at the start of this second quarter, and it's all Lance Franklin again. It's okay to have Graham Johncock loose behind the play, but you've got to impact on the contest. We see Bateman kick the ball down here. We see Johncock just on the right of screen and Bassett behind. If you're going to have a loose player, make an impact here. And there's Williams just slotting in the hole, and that's danger signs for Adelaide. If Williams can be that secondary option, you've got Franklin, Roughead, and now Williams.
Celebrating his 25th birthday today, Mark Williams, his first game since round 4 last year. Led Hawthorn's goal kicking in 2005 and 2006. What an addition he will be for the Hawks this year. As again, Campbell up high wins the tap. A shark by Paul Pleasure. Adelaide go forward. Standing there strong, Campbell Brown.
Well, Scott Thompson slipped over then, who started deep in the forward line at the start of the second quarter, Thompson.
Brent Guerra on his non-preferred right foot. Osborne did well to work to the front. Now free kick given away by David Mackay.
He's been very good also, Osborne. We heard Damien Hardwick at quarter time talk about the pressure that Osborne's putting on Stokes and Rioli. That's a big improvement in Hawthorn's style of play this year.
Chance Bateman coming up for disposal number 8. It's it inside where he finds Clint Young. Penetrating kick. Roughead, one out against Bok. Comes to the back, Roughead with 2 to beat. Good recovery from Doughty to help Adelaide out. Poor Pleasure covering plenty of territory here in the second term. Goodwin looks to the centre of the ground. Taken by Bernie Vince. Tyson Edwards with problems. Shrugs the tackle. Poor Pleasure. Johncock. Good hands from Guerra. Diffused a dangerous situation for the Hawks, but Adelaide still with possession. This is Shirley. Symes looks for the lead of Burton. Excellent leap, really gives a defender no chance.
It was a magnificent lead, Case. He turned Tommy Murphy around. He stopped and propped, got some body pressure on Murphy before the ball was going inside the forward 50. Great forward play.
What I love about this bloke is he does jump early. Like, this wasn't exactly an ideal kick. It was pretty high, but look at the leap. I mean, you haven't got much hope if he gets an early jump on you.
A defender's nightmare when they jump early like that, Lamb.
He's top 10 in the league in marks so far this season and been very accurate, as I told you earlier. Comes in this time, can't bring it around enough. It's a minor score.
Well, it's nearly impossible to kick from that side of the ground. This wind going from left to right across the face of goal that Burton was kicking into.
Guerra restarts to himself and now drives long, looking for Campbell. Caught at the back. Symes doing a good job. Johncock, quick release for Paul Pleasure. Now he finds McGregor. Wants to bring it wider. David Mackay. Playing his rookie season. From the Oakley Chargers. Gets it back. Out wide he has Nathan Bok. Hawthorn forced the error. Clint Young just to regather. Rioli, now Crawford.
And an open forward line to Franklin here. Adelaide haven't been able to get their numbers back.
Bateman has Franklin all alone.
Too good. There's not a lot that Rutten could do there, but it was great forward movement from Franklin. He led up, he led back, he went sideways, and Rutten was trying to look at the ball carrier and Franklin. But the athleticism of Franklin suggests that Rutten had no chance in that build-up. We might just see here on the corner of the screen.
It's a good hit up too by Bateman, wasn't it? He just waited. We didn't quite catch it on the corner then, but he did. He had him going the other way. He was looking at the goals while he doubled back.
Kicked goals in both matches against Adelaide last season. Puts the finishing touches on here, and Hawthorn have kicked the last 4.
Magnificent shot on goal. Great forward play, but it started up the other end when Bok fumbled the ball. You fumble in today's football, the pressure triples, and it was all over for Rutten here. We see Crawford draw the player over to Rioli, and then Bateman just had time and space. You called it, Liam. He kicked the ball to space, and forwards need space. He kicked it to grass. And when you've got a player such as the athleticism of Lance Franklin, he's always going to run onto that easy kick.
What an influence Buddy Franklin is having. 3 goals already in the game. Adelaide had kicked 2 as a team.
Goodwin on the ball now for the Crows, trying to get a bit of drive.
Almost 7 minutes played, term number 2. The Hawks with all the answers so far. Strong work from Sewell. Guerra, usually a good distributor, and there's Buddy Franklin again on the charge.
He's unstoppable at the moment, especially if Hawthorn continually get the ball out of the centre. Sewell, what a player he is.
There was a handball in that centre square that, I don't know how it got through the arms and legs that were in there, but it went to Sewell. I think it was Hodge. We'll try and get another look at it, but brilliant bit of play at the centre square.
From the 50, Franklin unloads, fans behind the goals and like it, and the Hawks have kicked 3 in the first 7 minutes of the term.
The last 10 minutes, he's kicked 4 goals. He's on fire. He's the man at the moment.
Watch this bit of play here. I reckon it's Hodge. That handball, how he got it through the traffic then, and then the one by Sewell into space was just sensational.
Well, the beauty of those two players, Liam, they love the contest. They bring the pressure on. They get tackled, but they've still got the strength and the awareness to get it out, because you get 2 Adelaide players going to the ball carrier, means that there's another player free.
So far this season, Hans Franklin's kicked 6 in the first game against Melbourne, 4 against Fremantle, 5 against North Melbourne, and here he is with 4 at the moment. Early stages of the second term, and Adelaide have got their hands full. Sewell again in traffic.
Hodge and Sewell at the moment are setting the scene at the stoppages. Let's see who gives the ball back to the umpire. I know it's only a little thing. Oh, it's good to see Goodwin in there, but what's it like down there, Lee Colbert?
Simon Taylor's just come back on the ground. He's been replaced Campbell, and Campbell's been outstanding for the Hawks. But interestingly, Damien Hardwick touched on it, boys. This is the scoring end.
Bassett out strongly. Took Rutten as well. Dowdy with problems. Rutten retreating to Bassett.
Pressure.
Hoisted out wide. Chance Bateman all alone takes the mark. Plays on quickly.
Oh, God.
It's bit off a little more than he could chew. Good tackle from Scott Thompson.
Again, though, Hawthorn players just prepared to take Adelaide on. I mean, that really was a no percentage take on, you would have thought. It's a good closing speed by Thompson, but taking them on.
Adelaide have lost a little bit of composure. I know Bassett spoilt that ball, but he spoilt the ball out of Rutten's hands.
Yeah, they usually work so cohesively, don't they, their defence? But that's pressure. That's the perceived pressure that's coming from their midfield efforts and the way they bring the ball into their forward 50.
And the true type of pressure is scoreboard pressure, and Hawthorn are nailing it on the scoreboard.
Well, that's a risky kick.
Rutten with some work to do, and did it strongly, though. Had John Cock, but looks to Van Berlo instead. Burton on the lead. Charging out, takes the mark.
Yeah, Edwards has pushed forward here, if he sees him.
Goodwin deep in the goal square, wants it long, but Burton to Edwards. Takes the mark.
It's good play by Edwards. Laterally running, he worked really hard to get into that spot. Very, very difficult spot to be kicking for goals at Aurora Stadium. The Hawks play this ground so well, they half dare to have a shot from out there.
Well, he hasn't missed so far this season, Edwards. 4 goals straight. Had a career-high 41 disposals against the Hawks in round 14 last season.
Hardest kick in the AFL where he's kicking from at the moment on this ground.
Adelaide need it. Haven't kicked a goal since the 19-minute mark of the first term. Gets it to the goal square.
Good mark.
Just outside the square.
Big Ken.
Mark outside the square.
Well, it's a good mark.
It's just outside the square, okay, Ken?
And I just wonder what the Hawthorn defence were thinking there. They had to put the ball through for a point. I'm not sure where the ruckman was for Hawthorn.
He was there.
Well, he has to come in on a 90-degree angle and put the ball through for a point.
McGregor to ease the situation for Adelaide, and does so.
They desperately needed that shot on goal. It was just about impossible for Edwards to kick it from that pocket. But let's see where Taylor is. Oh, look, his attempt was spot on. He just, look, it was a good mark from McGregor in the end, but Taylor tried to do the right thing. He's come in with the flight of the ball, and Tippett got in Taylor's road. So it was very good play from young Kurt Tippett. He got in between McGregor and Taylor, so it's good ruckmanship.
Just come straight back out, boys, okay?
McGregor gets the goal. He's been top 10 in Adelaide's goal kicking the last 2 seasons. As Taylor taps the ball.
Fine, came out.
Pleasure supplies a strong tackle, and will need a secondary bounce.
just to back up your point with that last mark by McGregor, that was terrific play by Tippett. It was real, sort of not noticed stuff, really, where he just basically became a nuisance, took Taylor out of it.
Sewell out of the congestion with the support of Tim Clark, one of the late inclusions. Williams just couldn't get there. Bassett with support from Doughty. Johncock took it from Stevens. Porplesia with some problems. Rioli onto the loose ball with the support of Stokes.
Ruffhead's got away here by himself.
Good work from Tippett. Now out wide, Shirley. Closed down by Hodge. Adelaide with numbers though. Shirley. Again, kick was deflected. Bryce Campbell comes across to clean up. Van Berlo.
Good pressure from Hawthorn here.
Johncock out wide. Labour-intensive work from the Crows. Here's Bryce Campbell bobbing up again. Well-weighted kick. Safe arms of Scott Stevens. He plays on. McGregor on the lead again.
They found a way in the end, Lamb. Hawthorn, to their credit, were terrific in the pressure skills. It was just one player maybe let the whole chain down. They were allowed to get the ball in the corridor. That was the key to McGregor getting this shot on goal.
Just lost feel then on McGregor. Gillum, he just lost his body contact with him, and he just snuck away and ran into some space. It was a good kick too. He just kicked it into space again.
Has good form against Hawthorn, Ken McGregor, a multiple goal kicker in both games against the Hawks in 2007. Going to get back-to-back majors for the Adelaide Crows. It's hanging in the air and just sliding away to the near side.
Well, they found a target though, inside 50. It's taken a while, but they've got McGregor now, who's their hot player, so they'll try and use him a bit more.
Sewell got it from Ladson. Not a lot on offer. Hugs the boundary line. Taylor the target.
It was good play by Taylor. Initially he was going to Shepherd for Osborne to mark the ball, but the ball carried on, so he took the mark.
Franklin, who now has Scott Stevens for company.
He's been playing up the ground the last 3 or 4 minutes, Lance Franklin, so they've elected to put Stevens onto Franklin when he goes up past the centre.
Well, both Bock and Tippett are playing loose men in defence at the moment.
Travis Tuck with some time to measure the kick, and into the pocket he finds Tim Clark.
Plenty of numbers back here for Adelaide. He's going to have to retreat a bit here, I think.
Ladson over the top, tucked in on the boundary line with a bounce. Just inside 50, unloads. Roughhead couldn't get a run at it. That's a strong mark from Kirk Tippett.
Super mark. It was a great kick, dangerous kick, but Tippett had the courage to stand under the ball and take a good mark.
McLeod, disposal number 7 for McGregor. Too tall for that Xavier Ellis there. Tyson Edwards was available. That's been closed down by the Hawks. Now Burton on the lead. McGregor looks in that direction. Also Goodwin. Ball escorted over the line.
Here's the Tippett mark again. It was a good strong kick, but that's positive signs for the young ruckman there. Just stood under the ball with a lot of courage.
Van Berlo got it from Vince. Did well to manufacture some meterage there for the Adelaide Crows. Ellis comes back. Oh, didn't disguise that too well, but it's a throw-in.
Adelaide have just worked into the game the last 5 minute lane. They've controlled the ball. Got their hands on the ball a hell of a lot more the last 5 minutes.
Stokes. Young got it off quickly. Felt the pressure coming. And now they find Rioli in space.
Hard running from Birchall.
Needs to get it off quickly. Rioli will run onto it, confronted by Johncock. Will's out of trouble. Roughhead off a step. Good distance. Saving mark taken deep in defence by Scott Stevens.
Umpire was in the best position there. The crowd aren't happy with that decision, but I think it just held up the last 10 metres, Loeb.
Looked like he marked it on the post. Using the post with a bit of assistance.
Young coming up for disposal number 13, and no one has more in the game. Franklin screaming for the ball. He's overlooked. And Adelaide will take a saving mark. It's Stevens again.
Well, he should have been used then, Franklin, actually. He was a kick and a bit away. That was the problem, his longer option.
Rutten With the support there of Bryce Campbell, who's been influential after starting on the bench. And the free kick down the ground.
It's against Roughhead there. You see the umpire taunting the Roughhead.
Goodwin on the end of the pass from Tyson Edwards.
Open forward line for Goodwin.
Yeah,
unprotected goal square from 60. Simon Goodwin unloads. Couldn't get enough carry mark taken by Mark Williams.
Well, great running from Williams' case, but just didn't know the conditions here, Simon Goodwin. The ball was going to take his best kick to kick it from 65 into the wind.
Guerra looking for distance, and Stephen Gillam.
Again, it's just the Crows between him and half forward here.
Well, they've really put the shutters up the Crows. They're really going to force Hawthorn to go wide and overpossess.
Here comes Hodge strongly. Read it well. Franklin leads to the pocket. Now doubles back to the goal square.
Good lead from Rioli.
Likewise, Tim Clark, who takes the mark.
It was great play, great vision from Hodge. Knew there was space out that side of the ground to the fat side. Initially it was for Rioli, but Clark had the awareness to drop into that hole.
This is important. If Clark can kick the goal, now he's only had 3 possessions, this will be his 4th, but McLeod just 8 touches, but they're not 8 quality McLeod touches, which we're used to. If he can kick this will hurt.
Only kicked 1 goal last year, Tim Clark. Yet to open his account in 2008, but he makes no mistake and does that now.
It was great play from Hawthorn all over the ground. We saw Clark, but this is the run from a half forward. This would really please Alistair Clarkson. Williams playing a half forward, yet he's taken the mark on the full back line. It's great team play, but have a look at Hodge. Points to the space. That's a clever kick. Great forward play. Rioli was there, and Clark, you called it, Liam, only had the 3 or 4 disposals, but McLeod's had 8. But McLeod hasn't been able to run and carry and counter-attack.
4 goals to 1 here in the second quarter has seen Hawthorn extend an 8-point quarter-time lead out to a 4-goal advantage. Played 19 minutes in the second term. Free kick to Bernie Vince. Rutten breaks out wide for him. Vince is looking deeper than that. Tippett against Gillam. Gillam used his body well. Tippett, though, won't be denied. Tries to draw a free. Goodwin caught on his wrong side. Eventually had to use the right foot. Poor Pleasure there, but so too Ladson, who takes a good mark.
Very good mark. Used his body, not the hands. Bateman just on the ground.
Clint Young looks in that direction.
Good running by
Used
Crawford.
all the width that he had as Bateman looks inside.
That's a good kick if it sits.
Campbell, the big man, runs onto it. Franklin. 50 metres out, Lance Franklin unloads to the goal front. Strong work, mark taken by Luke Hodge, wants to play on and gets the job done.
Now let's go back to the Bateman kick on the centre wing. There was nothing down the line, so he had to go inside. Now he kicked it to the big lumbering fella, which was Campbell. So the captain, Campbell there, who ran onto this, but they opened up the corridor for the first time, which enabled Franklin. And then the brute strength of Luke Hodge here. He's up against a very good player, John Cock, but the strength, fantastic play.
That's the beauty of Luke Hodge. Plays in the middle of the ground where he is now, pushes forward and outmarks John Cock.
First goal of the game for Luke Hodge. Second of the season. He kicked 23 last season to be top 5 for the Hawks. But they've opened up a handy 30-point lead here as we enter time on term number 2. Vince farms it out wide to the run of Scott Thompson. Burton, the target. Just kept under the ball there by Campbell Brown. Now Young. Back to Campbell Brown. Not a lot on offer forward, so came back.
Very lucky there. Ducked his head. Crawford to take the tackle.
Has numbers out wide. Uses Ladson, who wants the corridor. Guerra, not 15. Hawks first to the ball again, though. Strong work from Osborne. Likewise, Robert Shirley.
Lee Colbert of Adelaide showing any effects of last week's bruising encounter.
I wouldn't have thought so, Spud. It's only early in the game, but geez, the Hawks have just down here, the pressure and the intensity around the footy is so evident. So a good play by the Hawthorn Footy Club, and look, the Crows are still trying to work themselves into the game.
Well, they're getting their noses over the footy, the Hawks, at the minute, especially around this situation, around the stoppages.
Holding Andrew McLeod.
Holding off the ball against Clark.
22 minutes played in the second term.
Hey, Sharon, hold it there, Jared.
Stevens. Pass left a little to be desired. Bock with problems, gets it to Rutten. He's dragged off the kick as well. Johncock with it now for Adelaide. Well, he's looking for Doughty, who had to stretch to find it. Scott Stevens into the pocket, intelligent kick, and he finds Symes.
It is a good kick, but just about impossible to kick from that pocket, so he'll look for a lead in the corridor here. What odds, Liam, this kick?
100 to 1 from there. No, you're probably 10 to 1 from there, but he's going to have to probably hit it to that left post and hope for a bit of swing with the breeze. Maybe pop it up.
I think you were right the first time.
100 to 1.
He's only kicked 2 goals in his life in the AFL. Symes looking to steady the ship for Adelaide. He likes it off the boot, and from the Bermuda Triangle, Symes has kicked the goal.
Oh, of course he did. Offering those odds. That was a brilliant kick. It is such a difficult spot. And unfortunately, overcommitted a bit there, Crawford. Stevens was a good hit up. But that is a really difficult kick and a really important time for Adelaide to get a goal. And the momentum was all with Hawthorn. And a late goal here is just will give them a bit of hope. But that is a brilliant finish.
It's a fantastic finish. At least Hawthorn forced them wide. Alistair Clarkson won't be too unhappy with that.
Brad Symes only played 7 games for Port Adelaide last season, but one of those was in the grand final before he was traded to Adelaide. Hawks with a 4-goal lead, though. Little over 3 minutes left until half-time. Ernie Vince. It's Adelaide going forward. B-grade bounce, though, for McGregor. Chance Bateman taken down. Fans wanted a free kick. Umpires didn't see it that way, but now we'll have a bounce as Matthew Nichols comes in.
No, that was pretty fair. He had possession when he tackled him.
Michael Doherty free kick, Michael Doherty free kick.
It's going against Michael Osborne to Doughty. Burton on the lead into the pocket. May have been tugged on the jumper there.
Great courage from Bateman there, though. He's playing his 100th game. Just went back with the flight of the ball, knowing that Burton's coming. Great play, Bateman.
Griffin in the ruck, took front position against Simon Taylor. Guerra. Chance Bateman in a confined space with Ladson. Crawford. Across the line, it's a minor score. Ladson, quick restart. Finds Bateman.
Right there.
Guerra next in line.
Thanks, Dave, got one. You now.
He's looking for the run of Tom Murphy.
That's it, Tyson.
They've swung the momentum a little bit here, Adelaide. Just been able to hold the Hawks up.
Well, they've just been able to slow it down, especially since the first 6 or 7 minutes. It looked like Hawthorn were going to blow the game apart. And now Neil Craig and Adelaide have just put the clampers on him.
Guerra, laterally, dangerous kick. Showed it to Porplesia. Campbell Brown intelligently. Porplesia stayed with it. Good battle. Still play on the call. Porplesia with 2 to beat. Chance Bateman eventually emerges with the ball. Clint Young looking for distance. Roughhead at the back. Couldn't get there. Bock running it down for the Crows. And it's a minor score. Bassett with a quick restart finds Andrew McLeod.
Doty's run hard here.
Well, it's going to create a bit of a problem here for Hawthorn because pushing forwards Mackay.
And playing on quickly now. Burton the target. With him there is Murphy.
Good body use there from Murphy. Just push Burton under the ball.
Guerra cool in a crisis. And Hawthorn work their way out of trouble to Rioli. Inboard for Crawford.
Oh.
Hand pass left a lot to be desired, and Adelaide come up with the loose ball. Burton, one out, up forward, takes a strong mark. Handball over the top, unselfish lead to the captain, Simon Goodwin, and Adelaide have kicked the last two.
That hurts, Liam. Hawthorn have controlled this first half, but the last 3 minutes, Alistair Clarkson wouldn't be too happy. Just a couple of turnovers, basic skill errors. Handballing under pressure, straight to an Adelaide player. You've got a player the experience of Shane Crawford. And when you see the kick go long there, Tommy Murphy was always going to be under the pump when the ball was in the air, with the marking ability of Burton to bring Goodwin into the game.
Simon Goodwin gets his first of the afternoon, number 13 for the season.
Alistair Clarkson in the box there. Not too happy the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's about 3 or 4 free kicks in a row against the Hawthorn players around the ball here.
Burton on the lead again. This time can't find it. Osborne to Ladson. He looks for Rioli. Under good pressure there from Michael Doughty.
They're one side, the Adelaide Crows, you just cannot afford to lapse against, because they're so professional, they all know what they're doing, and they've got the quality still in their team to really hurt you if you turn it over.
Griffin won the tap, got it to Bernie Vince. Douglas involved again, Tyson Edwards. Pass looking for Tippett, but here's Guerra to clean up for the Hawks.
You learn from that Tippett, just went to the ground, got to hold your feet.
Ladson in turn finds Simon Taylor. Back to Ladson. Driving long. I can't get it to Buddy Franklin before the halftime siren. So a good fight back from the Adelaide Crows.
This weekend on Fox Sports Plus, 7:30 Friday, the Saints take on the Bombers in a bruising battle at the Dome.
Oh, that's why we pay you the big money.
Saturday night at 7, North Melbourne challenge Collingwood in a rematch of last year's three-point thriller.
It's an absolute classic.
AFL on Fox Sports Plus. St Kilda, Essendon, 7:30 Friday, and Collingwood, North Melbourne, Saturday at 7. Live in the Northern States, Channel 518.
Get connected with Harvey Norman and Telstra. For a limited time only, connect to any 24-month Telstra phone plan and we'll give you $200 cold hard cash. Connect with a range of hot phones from all the big brands and we'll give you $200 cold hard cash. That's right. Connect to any 24-month Telstra phone plan and get $200 cold hard cash. Remember, we can print photos direct from your mobile phone. Get connected now at Harvey Norman, your Telstra dealer and mobile phone specialist. This Try of the Week brought to you by Tooheys New, for the love of beer.
And here they come once again. As Ralph fires it inside to Lala. This could be one of the best tries of all time if they can keep it going. This is fantastic. And the Crusaders through Maitland. I think he's just short. And over the top.
It's over there. This Try of the Week brought to you by Tooheys New, for the love of beer.
We've got a huge range of sensor lights.
So if you're coming home at night and it's pitch dark,
trying to get the key in the door,
sensor lights will light the path for you all the way to the front safely.
Security sensor light, $25.98. Abbey skylight, $97. Folding trunk trolley, $99. Outdoor bistro blinds, $88 per blind. Energy saving globe, $7.98.
It's always a good security measure to have sensor lights installed.
Lowest prices are just the beginning.
Umpire Matthew Nichols does the honours. Griffin up high, wins the tap in brilliant sunshine.
Knock it out.
Poking through the crowds.
Fine. No chance.
Again, heavy work.
Straight up now. I don't care who gives in the footy.
We'll be interested to see how Hawthorn start. We saw Alistair Clarkson just after half-time give his players a little spray.
Well, Rick Ladson's got clear here on the half-forward line if they can win the clearance, Hawthorn.
Symes has had success being third man up so far in the game. Trying to track it again. Hodge. Young, Crawford, quick hands. bring it out through Murphy now. Guerra just bobbled the pass, but was good enough to get out of trouble. And Crawford, disposal number 16 in his return. It's been a good one. Chance Bateman.
Well, that missed tackle from Adelaide's really going to hurt them here.
Clint Young runs onto the loose ball. Caught out wide. Lead on from Franklin. Bassett now tagging Franklin. Giving away a lot of centimetres there.
Clint Young's had his 18th disposal, but more importantly, Liam, he's had 8 inside 50s. Seriously, he has played mainly on his own today.
And he's had 1 contested possession, so that's right. He's playing out wide and getting to space, and they've just got to start giving him a little bit of respect.
Crawford, handball out, looking for Chance Bateman with some room to move. Nice off the boot from Chance Bateman. In his 100th game, he gets the goal.
The 2 wingmen for Hawthorn are on fire at the moment. Chance Bateman's on one wing's had 15 disposals, 1 goal. Clinton Young on the other side's had 18 disposals and 1 goal and 8 inside 50s. But that's a super kick. It really helps you when you've got the hardness inside of Crawford and Hodge and Sewell, and on the outskirts the wingmen of Bateman and Young.
Yeah, and good finishes too. That was a wonderful finish by Chance Bateman. But you talk about 8 inside 50s from one player in Young. They've only got 24, so it's a fair effort.
Make sure there's no holds here, boys, all right? Don't be close here, boys.
The first Indigenous player to play 100 games with Hawthorn gets a goal to celebrate. Kicked 7 last season. That's his first of 2008. As Griffin, it's a good run at it. Tap down for Shirley. Thompson involved. Strong tackle from Bernie Vince, but he caught Hodge a little too high.
That's poor checking too. How can you allow Crawford out in his own at a stoppage?
Bateman, 60 and closing, but deep Bassett, the only man back, takes the mark for Adelaide.
All the Hawthorns led up the ground then. Either Franklin or Roughhead should have been aware that one leads up, one stay at home.
Hold there.
Well, the long bombs are just going to suit Adelaide when they've got the extra man in defence. So they just need to hit up their targets a bit better than that.
Thanks, lads. That's it. Hold there. Right there.
Crows deep in defence, work to the wing. Griffin the target.
That was terrific play from Crawford. Just found the body beautifully against Tippett. Good
skills from Scott Thompson.
Griffin
picks up the ball. Griffin goes again, but he's got problems. Gang tackled, he's holding the ball.
We can thank Shane Crawford for that. That was a super effort.
Has it gone net?
Young, disposal number 19, the most in the game. Guerra.
It's a Shepherd.
Gets good penetration with the kick, generally speaking. And that's a minor score for the Hawks.
Doing all the attacking at the moment, Hawthorn.
Tim, hold there.
Now, we reckon they're kicking into the wind in this quarter too. A slight wind. It's not easy to kick goals to the end. Hawthorn are kicking.
John Cock out wide again. Thompson available. Only disposal number 10 for Thompson. Quiet by his standards is Tyson Edwards. Wheeling away from the traffic. Not Shirley in support as well. Sewell picks off the pass. Was intended for Van Berlo and 50.
And it started from the pressure of the Hawk ball carriers. They didn't charge at the Adelaide player with the ball. That's great play.
Holding onto his jumper. No. He's allowed to be let go, okay? You're holding onto his jumper.
Yeah, that's the rule. Now, this will test his distance. I don't think Sewell can make the trip from here. Kick it from outside 50.
He'll have to keep it low, Liam, if he does.
He nearly used Clinton Young. Again in space, no one near him.
Only kicked 3 goals last season, Sewell. From the 50, he unloads. Gets the carry, but not the accuracy. It's a minor score. And Adelaide quick to restart. Dangerously, though. Dowdy. Hands over. Here's Bock. Out wide looking for Burton. Again leaping early and doing it in style.
He's played on.
Looking for the boundary and a little too far for Dowdy. It's over the line.
Yeah, they've got a problem here because Hawthorn got loose players at half forward. Just needed to get back and get it on a bit quicker than that.
Well, it's good play from Hawthorn because they forced Burton down the line and then Hawthorn opened up the corridor for them.
Campbell Brown looks inside Clint Young, in a dominant force in terms of racking up disposals. Crawford fits into that category as well. Birchall for Rioli. Hawthorn running at the Adelaide Crows. Rioli's disposal to Bateman. Wheels around, has multiple options. a nest of Hawks all there standing alone.
Oh, they're just working a bit harder at the moment, Hawthorn. You're right, Spud. They're putting the Adelaide players in two minds every time they get the ball, and their execution is just far superior than Adelaide's at the minute.
Just jump to it, Scott, okay? Don't jump over. I've got it.
And again, a pet hate of mine, Williams is on his own, yet there's 4 Adelaide defenders guarding space.
Well, he knows how to kick goals here, Mark Williams. He has the ground record of 8 goals, 2 against Fremantle back in 2006, and he makes no mistake.
Great return from him, Liam. Don't have the 4 touches, but he's dangerous. He's such an accurate kick for goal.
Well, he should have 3 goals. He missed the easier shot, which was 20 metres out in the first quarter. But dear, a beautiful kick. But Bateman's work rate sensational. Crawford and Young are up to 20 possessions each. They're outworking Adelaide at the moment. And I'll be really interested to see how they use the bench in the second half of this game, Adelaide.
Adelaide look to build. They've been doing a lot of defending here in the third term. Wobbles inside their attacking 50. Porplesia pinned on the boundary line. Brings it back dangerously. Goodwin couldn't take the mark. Again, Hawthorn's defence stands strong. Sewell works it over to Murphy, who now brings it out to Chance Bateman.
Roughhead's on his own.
And Roughhead, metres in the clear. Has Clint Young in support. Osborne, or Ladson it is as well. His kick left a little to be desired. Tippett gets back for Adelaide. Johncock going nowhere. Rioli with speed and skill. Roughhead for Franklin. Spills the mark. Still going strongly. Multiple defenders, and he's holding the ball.
He was a bit stiff there, Franklin. The kick from Roughhead was a beauty, but it was one of those odd heights where you couldn't really take it on the chest. You really need to take it in your hands. It was a difficult one, like one of those ones that come to the slips.
Well, he's given away a 50 now as well, Lance Franklin. David Mackay.
We received the 50. The umpire hadn't called play on, so it was always 50. Good decision.
Burton nudged under it.
Look at the numbers here, though.
By Murphy. Sewell for Guerra. Murphy again, back to Sewell. They've done this very well, combining expertly in their defensive 50. Chance Bateman. Got it from Xavier Ellis. Going up with the one hand, almost controlling it. Robert Campbell can't complete the mark. Stokes.
Knock it out! Well done!
Richard Douglas running into a brick wall.
Both players jump on same time. Well done.
We've played 12 minutes since half-time. Only 2 goals have been kicked, both by the Hawks.
Tommy Murphy's been waving for the trainer there. His left arm or finger looks a little bit sore.
Play on.
McGregor, the target. Gets away from Gillam, who comes back strongly. Now Burton against multiple defenders.
Both got it at the same time. Well done, boys.
Gee, the old umpire's blowing a bit.
He is blowing a bit.
Listen to the effort when he bounces.
You saw a great marking effort there from Murphy, just pushing Burton under the ball.
Van Berlo back onto it again. Bounce eludes Guerra. Here's the Birdman around the body, and Burton kicks the goal for Adelaide, their first since half-time.
Great goal from Burton, but Tommy Murphy, seriously, he's been asking the trains to come out for the last 2 or 3 minutes. See Burton there kicking the goal, but Murphy in the hands of the trainer. I'm not sure what's wrong with him, but great bit of stoppage work here from Adelaide. Just forced the ball forward. Nothing fancy about that. Edwards pushed Guerra under the ball. Murphy just playing off Burton a little bit, and Adelaide desperately need to take those half chances.
Second goal for Brett Burton, the first multiple goal kicker for Adelaide as we go to Lee Colbert.
Another dislocated finger for Tom Murphy. So the Hawks boys, they've had a few troubles with their fingers today. Him and Bateman both suffering the same problem.
26-point lead for Hawthorn, 13.5 minutes played. Term number 3. Doughty. Johncock. Brings it wide for Rutten. And has McLeod peeling off for him. Rutten looks to go a little further afield though. Here's Robert Shirley for Porplesia. Burton leads to the pocket. The pass won't get that far though. Guerra read it like a cheap novel. Picked it off easily and now works it out for Clint Young, who tracks it down just inside the boundary line. Corralled well by McGregor. Forced an error with the kick. Tippett first man to it. Johncock against Stokes. and out of bounds.
It's just a little period here again. Adelaide, they've played in fits and starts most of the day. It's 8-4 inside 50s in Hawthorn's favour this quarter, yet they haven't put them away yet.
Knocked out, well done.
Going Tippett. Campbell appeared to be pushed, goes unwhistled. Sewell in the bottom of it again.
This is called corralling here. He's tried to sneak it through.
Looking for it out of bounds on the full.
Trying to handle it onto his foot.
Tippett with a tap again has been impressive. Van Berlo going nowhere.
Brent Guerra is up to 23 possessions, playing across half back. Just sets him up down there. He's having a terrific game.
Sewell strongly wrapped up by 3 Adelaide players.
Well, you're right, Lamb. It's a win for Hawthorn because he's free. If the ball spills and Guerra gets the ball in his hands, that's the first sign of counter-attack for Hawthorn.
Well, they've got Rutten on his own in the back line for Adelaide. It's probably not going to be quite as constructive if he gets the footy.
Well, that's a win for Hawthorn, in my opinion.
It's a small child.
Hawthorn padding their numbers here with the crowd.
We're going to count that as a person, one of the attendees.
Guerra, best positioned again. Strong work from Burton over the back to keep it alive. Quickly to Porplesia. But again, the Hawks have the numbers, and Guerra, 24th disposal. Doughty has 19 to lead Adelaide's disposal count.
Hard run from Crawford from the other back pocket.
Just got it.
Didn't think he was going to be paid the mark, so he played on under pressure. Kai got a piece of the action. Guerra retreats again.
Well, Adelaide are going to struggle to win this game of footy if Guerra's continue allowed to play free.
Birchall out wide. Campbell Brown coming up for disposal number 11 in his 100th game. Short pass. I've been impressed by Rioli.
Guerra's just come off the ground and they've pushed Hodge on his. Hodge has slipped forward, which means Rutten won't play loose man defence and leave Hodge on his own. If he sees him, he's on here.
Rioli again. That's why they find Hodge. Running past Roughhead. Metres in the clear. 49 metres out. Gets a good look at it and makes no mistake.
That's what you call a fantastic interchange. They take Guerra off, who's playing loose man in defence. He goes off, Hodge pushes forward. Good vision here. It was Rioli to Ellis. Ellis was a good kick, actually, to Hodge. And they could have raffled this. They had Roughhead running inside 50 on his own. Williams was on his own inside 50 as well. But that's a good finish and an important finish because they have dominated the quarter, yet they haven't put Adelaide out of business as yet, which they're still not, but they're on their way to being.
Roughhead gets his first goal of the game.
Still dealing with Tommy Murphy's left finger there, putting a bit of tape on the trainers.
You know what I've liked about this quarter is they've freed up Roughhead. He's been pushing around the ground to get involved in the game. I think it's important too because you can sort of get out of the action a bit if you're playing deep forward.
Taylor with a tap, did that intelligently to the free running Hodge, who unloads from inside the square, but Bassett getting back for Adelaide. Spills the mark, but time to clean up his own mess.
Hodge was so good there. He just had a rush of blood in the end because Williams led, just had to lower his eyes and hit the target.
Pressure on Bryce Campbell, taken down. And now out of bounds as Doughty gets some treatment as well. Gets a free kick.
Osborne, after the ball had gone out of bounds, just a bit overzealous.
Little over 18 minutes played in the third term. The Hawks by 32 points. Margin has never been bigger. And Adelaide with just one goal to their credit since half-time. Not doing enough attacking at the moment to suggest that they are going to get this done as we go to Lee Colbert.
Is it time, Spud, to bring someone like McLeod up the ground because he's obviously been shut out of the game by Tim Clark, and there's no doubt the Adelaide Crows are suffering from last week's big showdown.
Correct weight, Colby. I've got no doubt you need to put McLeod in the action. All he's going to do is counter-attack from the half-back line. I think it's time to put your class either on the ball or up forward. Try and win the game.
Porplesia the target. Good skills over the back coming from Tom Murphy. Taylor for Xavier Ellis. Back to Simon Taylor. Looping hand pass. Now Hodge getting involved. Missed the target. Bateman the intended recipient.
Look at the numbers, though.
Coming in strongly, Crawford. Hodge scooped that up and wins a free kick. Lance Franklin on the charge.
Now, that's as good a bit of football passage of play as you've seen from Hawthorn. The pressure to dispossess Adelaide and the attack on the footy and the man here by Hodge. That wasn't the passage of play there, but the follow-up, he missed. Bock looked up, he had 3 or 4 opponents. Hodge's attack there on his opponent, and then this one. Look at that, that's just brute strength. That's why he's a star, this bloke. And then the finish.
2 goals in the first term, 2 in the second. That looks good. He's got number 5.
Super play from the Hawks. Worrying signs here for Adelaide. It's just the run, the carry, and the ability to have the get-out kicks of Roughhead. Kick the second last goal, and all of a sudden Franklin says, well, it's my turn. But it's this man on screen, Luke Hodge, had a little bit of a spell on the bench, but since he's been on the ground, he's had the 4 disposals.
That one's a block, Simon. You ran past the flight.
It certainly is. Personal preference, I know, but when Luke Hodge is in the frame of mind he's in today, I would have him nearly one of the first I'd pick in the AFL when he's up and going.
Griffin drives Adelaide forward into time on, term number 3. Ladson with a great tap for Guerra, but he was closed down quickly and he's holding the ball. Strong tackle from Goodwin.
Well, they desperately need something to get their game going, Adelaide. I prefer Goodwin kicking from this distance from 20 out because he's got a beautiful long leg.
Well, he's missed badly to the right with 2 kicks at this end, 1 out of bounds on the full, 1 snuck in for a minor score. Kicked a goal at the other end in the second quarter. Works just inside the 50-metre line, not coming back enough. And this one he's overcompensated. It's across the face for a minor score.
Back 2 metres. That's it.
Hawks restart.
Tomo, that'll do. Play on.
Taylor. It's out wide. Guerra coming up for disposal number 26. Crawford, who's had it 23 times. Goes to number 23. Lance Franklin taken high. Wins a free kick.
Hold it. You got the free, okay? You got the free. Just go back and take it, Lance, all right?
He has a history with the umpires. He gave away more free kicks than anyone else last season in the AFL, Lance Franklin.
Now, Ellis is on the other side of the ground with no one within 80 metres of him here.
Tyson Edwards heads in that direction, but it opens up here for Gillum.
The beauty about that play, Ellis is on the wing pushed down, then Gillum's in the back half and pushes up.
Osborne. Hawthorn moving it from one end of the ground to the other. Roughhead just couldn't hold on. McLeod. Adelaide play on. Bassett sold his teammate into trouble. John Cock looking to clean up, kicked it straight into Lance Franklin, who wheels around, and he's kicked an even half dozen.
Again, the pressure, the perceived pressure that the Hawthorn forward line has put on all day, and they've outnumbered Adelaide at every opportunity. The chance Bateman got an arm in, Hodge got an arm in. The follow-up here, John Cock took on Hodge, good pressure, straight to Franklin. They've outworked Adelaide today. They've outworked them from the start of the game. They've put doubt in their mind. This bloke's a star. He's kicked 6 now. They're going to be a real handful this year, Hawthorn.
Adelaide with big problems. They started this term just 18 points in arrears. It's blown out to a game-high 43.
Well, the big problems are Lance Franklin and Jared Roughhead. And unfortunately, Adelaide up the other end, they've got to rely on perfect football to get the ball to Goodwin and Burton. They're not the big power forwards like the 2 Hawthorn boys.
4 minutes to play in the third quarter. Here's Chance Bateman relishing the run straight through the middle on the lead. Roughhead goes back and takes it at the second attempt.
Your midfield continue to run and carry. When your forwards start catching it lame, you just say, well, we need to get the ball down into the hands of these boys.
Look at that stat, 13-7, marks inside 50. Lee Colbert down on the boundary line.
Yeah, great atmosphere. The Hawks fans are really getting into it now. They can see victory in sight.
So did the Port Adelaide fans last night. deep in the third quarter.
Goalless in the first half. Jared Roughhead hit one earlier in this term, but that's a minor score and a bad miss.
The rivalry round, does it have an effect on the teams? Because Port lost last night.
They ran out of legs last night.
West Coast didn't have a great game against Sydney.
That's an understatement.
And Adelaide today don't look fairly tired as well. Emotionally, it looks like a bit of a letdown.
Well, it's just decisions like that you make when you're probably not at the top of your game. That's the second time Bassett's got involved with another teammate and spoiled him.
It's Bryce Campbell on that occasion. The Crows get out of trouble. Good tackle from Xavier Ellis, but not rewarded. Sewell strongly again for Ellis. Chance Bateman. Hand pass was a poor one. Griffin with Goodwin running pass. Tremendous work from Young, though, to slow them down initially. Here's Bernie Vince unloading from 60 and got good depth with it. Bernie Vince gets a much-needed goal for the Crows.
Magnificent goal. They've got to do something sensational like that to break through the Hawthorn midfield with their pressure. The Hawthorn defenders are on top, so they need more of this. They need some more running goals. The targets of Goodwin, Burton, Tippett isn't working, so they need to try something different, Liam, and probably not a bad start, just to run and carry and try and kick some exciting goals from play.
Bernie Vince kicked only one goal in his 6 games last season. That's number 5 for him in 2008. The showdown medal last week. A great display against Port Adelaide as Griffin climbs high to win the tap. Off the ground, Van Berlo. Burton works inside his opponent. Campbell Brown coming strongly. Look at the endeavour there. Tyson Edwards. Burton free in the pocket. That was great work from Edwards, and Chance Bateman comes across to help out.
That will be showed on the highlights tape at Hawthorn. I've got no doubting that. Burton was going to take an easy mark. Chance Bateman has just really worked hard there to get a fist in.
Little over 2 minutes out from three-quarter time. Kick run down by Van Berlo. Tyson Edwards still with good acceleration in those legs. Works it around the body, and Adelaide have kicked 2 in 2 minutes.
Again, Alistair Clarkson late in the quarter. They kicked the last 2 goals in the second quarter. The increased work rate. Some good play at the clearances. Good play by Big Griffin into space, but well done, Van Berlo. That's good. I mean, Edwards is working really hard. I mean, he's had a pretty good game. He's had 20 touches. They've had to work hard for every one of his possessions. But one more now. They need at least to get a bit of belief, like Brisbane did last night in the third quarter against the Power.
The Hawks have something to think about. Still 32 points to the good of Adelaide. As McLeod drives them forward again. Out strongly. Tippett takes a great mark.
Super grab. Great courage from Campbell Brown. Wore the contact of the effort from Tippett, but that was a very strong lead. Strong mark. Just need more of it though, Adelaide.
And a good centre clearance by Adelaide. McLeod involved. Hasn't had an impact today.
And it's amazing, you win the centre clearance, your forwards are one-on-one. That's the key.
That's a terrific mark too.
Doesn't allow Hawthorn to get back.
4 metres now, straight in line with me. No closer to side.
Former Queensland under-18 representative and a premiership winner with Southport in 2006. Kirk Tippett comes in. Never had that online, it's a minor score.
A relief for the Hawthorn boys, because Alistair Clarkson would have been getting his three-quarter time speech ready. Wouldn't have been happy with 3 unanswered goals late in the third term.
Well, it's become a 5-goal to 3 third quarter. It was 5-1, looking pretty ugly there until about 3 minutes ago. That's a terrible kick.
Dangerous pass. Griffin to Vince. Douglas, undecided. Eventually works it around the body. Burton will get a leap at it. Got a hand to it, but has given away a 3 in the process. Xavier Ellis restarts quickly. Out to the run of Gillen. Inside him, Crawford. Just handled the ball. Scoops it up, drives long. Here's Cyril Rioli. Bassett provides the spoil. Dowdy run down by Stokes.
The intent was there, just not the execution from Stokes. Great intent though.
Play on your run now, play
40 seconds remaining, term number 3. Thompson coming up for disposal number 16. Treats all the way back to Nathan Bock. Has Rutten on the western wing. Franklin closing. Pass. Put Goodwin under pressure.
Forward line here.
Now Hawthorn have 20 seconds to manufacture something here. Williams gets beyond McLeod, and Mark Williams puts the finishing touches on.
That's his third goal, Mark Williams. But take a bow chance, Bateman. All the Hawthorn boys get around Bateman. We saw one effort in the back half with Burton about 3 or 4 minutes ago as we have a look at Mark Williams. But it was the effort of Bateman on the wing was just super. You see Williams here just running into space. Franklin, Williams and Roughhead. That's a very tough forward line to counter-attack. All very good players.
Great return for Mark Williams, and Chance Bateman celebrating game 100 in style. Williams with 3 from 5 kicks. And the Hawks will have a very handy buffer here with 1 quarter to play and looking to maintain their unbeaten start to 2008.
That missed shot from Tippett was costly for Adelaide.
Well, an 18-point halftime lead has been converted to a 37-point advantage for the Hawks here with 1 quarter to play. They're looking like winners, and we'll have more for you from Aurora Stadium in just a moment.
Dust. It's here. It's there. It's everywhere. It's like a never-ending battle. Well, finally, dust has just met its match. It's time to meet the amazing Go Duster, the handheld, completely cordless, battery-operated spinning duster that picks up dust like a magnet. It gets into hard-to-reach areas, conforms to all shapes and sizes, and lets you dust without moving anything, saving you time and making your life easier. The Go Duster spins at over 250 revolutions per minute, using static electricity combined with the spinning action, so all you have to do is wave it like a wand and the dust disappears like magic. When you're done, just rinse it under running water and then it dries as good as new. Now watch Go Duster go. Clean blinds in seconds, dust grids and grills, clean the screen, clean around the machine. Great for all your electronics, it's the fastest way to clean books and bookshelves. Powerful yet gentle enough for your finest collectibles, Go Duster slides into every nook and cranny. Clean antique wooden furniture, dust lampshades, picture frames, silk flowers and more. You could spend a fortune on other dusters that just blow the dust around, or you could get the amazing Go Duster for just 3 easy payments of $19.95 plus delivery. But wait, you can change the heads. You get the extra long head that's perfect for reaching and dusting delicate chandeliers or getting to those creepy cobwebs in the corners, as well as the medium head that's great for everyday cleaning. And we'll also include the mini duster head free. Easily clean inside your car or computer keyboard. That's right, by calling Global Shop Direct now, you'll get the Go Duster with the extra long head, the medium head and the mini head. A huge value, all for just 3 easy payments of $19.95 plus delivery. But we're not through yet. Call now and use your credit card, and you'll also receive the Go Duster extension handle, a $15 value free. Plus, we'll include this handy wall caddy to hold your Go Duster and all 3 dusting heads, another $15 value free. That means you get the Go Duster with all 3 heads, the extension handle and the wall caddy, a huge value, all for just 3 easy payments of $19.95 plus delivery. And if you're not completely satisfied, simply return it within 30 days for a full refund of the purchase price less delivery. But you must call Global Shop Direct now or go online.
Here to get term number 4 underway from Aurora Stadium in Launceston. Griffin wins the tap, drives Adelaide forward. McLeod getting an immediate touch.
Back here, no advantage, no advantage, no
And they'll bring this back. It's a free kick to Adelaide's Richard Douglas.
An early goal here. They kicked the last 2.
I know it sounds strange, but actually it's more an advantage getting the quick kick in from the centre bounce. Now,
they've all got back.
When Douglas looks up, all he can see is Hawthorn jumpers.
Right out, Mark. Stay back, please.
The Hawks have kicked the first goal of each of the 3 quarters played so far. Douglas on the centre square drives long. McGregor, the target, was 3 deep. Never got a look at it. Strong mark from Robert Campbell.
Defences love that type of kick now, the long kick to about 30 metres out.
Gee, it was a good mark by Campbell. Coming in from the side.
Clark works it to Birchall. Under pressure, Porplesia doing a great job to corral him. And Clint Young happy to escort that over.
How the ball got over his hands, mate, I don't know. Because I didn't know how the ball got out of his hands, mate. Backs were to me. Play on.
Campbell the tap to Crawford.
Play on, ball's out.
Dragged off the ball. Thompson, quick hands. Campbell, likewise, looking for Griffin. Ruckman on all fours to McLeod in traffic. The silky skills. Wills around. Coming across McGregor.
To Mark.
Well, again, he was deep in the pack, but he has taken a very good mark.
Super grab. Good start here from Adelaide. Needs to nail the kick, though.
I'm not giving odds either, Danny Frawley. That's a tricky spot.
See the replay here. Did he hold that mark long enough?
I don't think so. But you don't want to be taking your marks inside 50 like that. We've seen the Hawthorn forwards with getting it laced out. But Ken McGregor's got to wrestle two blokes. He's got to fall on his chest to take a mark. It's a pretty difficult way to play footy.
Kicked Adelaide's first goal of the second quarter. Ken McGregor comes in, slides across the face. It's a minor score.
McLeod's starting to look busy already at the start of this last quarter. We know he was involved late in the third quarter for Adelaide as well. Let's play on for mine.
That's it.
Very kind, the umpire paying that mark to McGregor.
Yeah.
Ladson restarts, finds Grant Birchall. From Devonport, Tassie under-18s. Best first-year player for the Hawks in 2006. Played all 24 games last season. And they bring it wide. To Guerra. Disposal number 28 for him for Chance Bateman.
Drew the free kick and he'll get the advantage here.
Against Bernie Vince. Bateman's had a great game.
Well, he's just been too good today. His running is elite.
Williams over the top. Works it to the advantage of Tim Clark, who leans back. And the mark taken by Bock.
Should have given to Williams then, Tim Clark. He was running into space. And a beautiful finisher too.
Well, let's go to Lee Colbert. Chance Bateman in trouble.
Yeah, he has. He's hurt his back, boys. He's got tackled by Bernie Vince and been crunched. Had a great game, Chance, but in his 100th been magnificent, but it just hurt his back a little bit, but he'll be okay.
Just see the replay here.
John Cock restarts. Will please you.
Yours.
Now Dowdy. 26 disposals for him. Now wide Stevens.
Look at the hard running on the top of the screen with all the players getting back behind the ball.
Douglas from behind brings it down, gets it back. Shakes Hodge. And the fans want holding the ball, but they're getting nothing there from umpire Matthew Nichols. A crowd of 15,124 on hand to see the Hawks leading by 36 points. And played almost 10 minutes here, term number 4.
Well, they've created a nice little cauldron down here at Launceston, Aurora Stadium, Hawthorn. Full credit to them.
John Cox centering ball for Bryce Campbell. Left footer brings it across. Symes, who started well. It's Nathan Bock involved. Dangerous pass. It's picked off, but it might come back to Bock. Symes again. In traffic.
Good pressure again from Hawthorn.
Bassett with problems. Ball hugged to him. Good tackle from Mark Williams.
Again, Adelaide were away. They get that extra handball through. They were away there, Adelaide, but just great pressure again.
Adelaide looked to clear through Thompson. Stevens the target. Campbell Brown running back with him. Good effort from Stevens. Good pressure, but here's Crawford. What a return for the Brownlow medalist. 26 disposals so far. Birchall into the middle for Boyle. Kick for Ladson. Bassett coming hard the other way.
He's in trouble. Great courage from Ladson. Great trouble.
I think he was committed to that one, Bassett.
Yeah, he was. No, it was good play. It was great courage from Ladson. Just see the replay there.
To add to Adelaide's woes, Doughty down behind play as well.
Thanks, Graham, where you are.
Slowly to his feet.
Thanks, hello.
Out of the game, this is one of the positives also. Williams, look, he's only had the 5 disposals, but he's coming up for his 5th shot on goal and hopefully his 4th.
On his 25th birthday, Just can't get that one online. The margin extends 37. This is where we started this term. Here's Bassett again, catching Ladson high.
He was committed. The left arm was out there for the spoil. Good umpiring by the umpire. It was always a free kick. Good courage from Ladson.
Campbell. Tyson Edwards.
Hold it there, hold it there. Play on.
McLeod providing the run to John Cock. Sold his teammate into trouble. And Symes is slow to recover from it as well. Ball shuffles out, but not too far.
You jump forward. Right up here.
Only 13 minutes played in this last quarter. Not a goal kicked by either side. Tired players. I think Adelaide have had such a big week. Good attack on the footy there by both players.
John Cock and Osborne, but it was the next one. It was Symes who was taken out strongly. Tippett doing a good job in a confined space to John Cock. Coming back with a flight of the ball, Ladson. The mark taken by McGregor. Off quickly. Goodwin couldn't find it. This man has found it all day, Guerra. A little deep with a hand pass for Ladson. Symes trying to draw a free kick.
They have let that one go today, the umpires.
Tackling's been excellent from both teams. You'd have to give the honours to Hawthorn just in the tackling stakes. And the tackle count also 49-43 Hawthorn's way.
Stokes, quick hand pass for Birchall. Now to Osborne. John Cock comes at him strongly, slowed him down, but he evades the tackle of Mackay. He's still going. Looking for Williams. Couldn't reel it in. Lance Franklin wheeling and dealing to Williams.
Get it back here,
Centre.
Back to Franklin. He's put on a show today, but that's a minor score.
The rush of blood there from Lance. It was great play from both those boys. If Lance just had looked inside, he would have seen Stokes and Roughhead for the hand. So
did well here, Osborne.
Great strength of the hips.
Look, gone 2-3 times, didn't he? 2 or 3 times.
Bassett to restart. Edwards. McLeod. Eventually they try and get it out to Mackay. That looked like a free kick, goes unwhistled. Roughhead retreats to Birchall. Numbers in the middle of the ground, and that's where he goes. Chance Bateman got it from Ellis. Guerra round the body, unmarked Rioli.
That skill. On his non-preferred foot, Guerra, he's had a super game, 33 disposals. But then just to have the skill to go on your non-preferred, most left footers use their right leg for balance. He can actually kick the ball with his right leg. That's a super kick. And to find Rioli in space, very clever.
18-year-old Cyril Rioli kicked 7 goals for Queensland in the Australian Under-18 Championship. Known goal kicker, gets his first of the day.
He's getting his just desserts, I reckon. Cyril Rioli on the end of that one. Great kick by Guerra. He's had, what's he up to now, 19 possessions. He's had 5 tackles. He's kicked a goal. He's had 8 contested possessions. And when you work as hard as he has today, defensively, sometimes you just get on the end of them. They're queuing up here, the Hawks. And there's some players you just don't want the ball in their hands. And we keep saying this. You allow him to play a loose man, that's a great kick. When Guerra's kicking it, it's a beautiful, skilled player.
16 minutes played, term number 4. Campbell up high again. Here's Sewell. He's been working hard all afternoon as well. Bateman. Now for Franklin. Taps it down, Rioli. Back to Buddy Franklin. Against multiple defenders. Rioli looks for Chance Bateman, but his disposal let him down.
It was just the execution. The thought was there. He had three Hawthorn teammates on the boundary line there.
Bernie Vince dangerously. Roughhead provides a good contest. Shut down Symes. Allowed the teammates to arrive. Ellis over the top. Williams trying to bring it back. Rioli. Ball out of bounds.
It's infectious. Cyril Rioli started the game with his pressure, and all the forwards have taken a leaf out of his book. And we see Campbell Brown's been terrific on Simon Goodwin. He's been the leading inside player, marking player for Adelaide. Brown's done a terrific job.
McGregor doing the ruck work for the Crows. Taps it down. And he's holding the ball. Ernie Vince on the top of Jared Ruffhead wins the free. Ruffhead not happy, understandably.
Every disposal has got pressure on it for Adelaide. And you couldn't say the other for when Hawthorn get the ball. They've done a little bit easier. But Hawthorn's pressure around the ball carrier has been first class.
Douglas for McGregor.
Well, there it is.
Sold him into trouble. Gets it back, but again, Sewell.
Let's put him in trouble.
Bad handball. Rioli really didn't get a run at that.
He's going to ping him here. Just outnumbered Adelaide all day. The pure numbers, when you look at this game, you'll think clearances, Adelaide have been very good because they've got more, but they actually, it's just the effect and the way they've used the footy as well.
Touch, play on.
Intelligent work from McLeod to Edwards. David Mackay running onto it. Pass intended for Goodwin a little deep. Couldn't reel it in. Campbell Brown paddles it forward. Now Burchell. Burton trying to track him down. Ellis. Looking for Hodge. Good work from Doughty. Over the top, Stevens. McLeod with a good tackle against Xavier Ellis.
Well, the game's built on speed, today's football, and the handball receives. It's okay to get handballs, but Hawthorn have ran through the lines. Their handball receives, they've got 162 to Adelaide's 139, but the running bounces also. Hawthorn 15, Adelaide 5.
Ellis farms out the handball. Good work from Symes, though.
And of those numbers, the leading running of the handball received players, Guerra, Burchell, Bateman. And they all set it up from half back.
McLeod somehow manufactured a kick out of there. Gets Adelaide going forward at least. Tracking it back, Burchell, and across the line. Well, approaching time on here in the final quarter. Crawford on the bench with 27 disposals in his first outing in 2008. Tippett with the tap. The Hawks bringing it out of the danger zone. Campbell Brown has Williams. Nice pass.
He's done enough today, Williams. He's been good. I'm tipping he'll come off at some stage before the end of the game, Williams.
This is Clint Young.
Oh, you read his mind. He's just stuck straight off.
Oh, that's good coaching too.
Yeah.
I think it's a real positive for the Hawks today, getting him through 4 quarters of football.
Guerra.
He doesn't know himself out there. Guerra running around without an opponent.
Symes has to be strong and is.
Again, the intent from Bateman. They are very hungry, the Hawks. They don't concede any easy possession whatsoever. Even though he gives the free kick away chance, Bateman there, he made the Adelaide player earn the kick.
Doughty. Van Berlo plays on quickly. Has a runner out wide. Slow hand pass though for Scott Stevens. 40 metres out, tight angle. The umpire doesn't move. It's a goal for the Crows. Their first of the term here at the 21-minute mark.
Good goal from Adelaide. All too late, she cried. And that's probably the issue. They only look dangerous, Liam, when they've had to kick a goal from play. When they've had to spot up a target, the Hawthorn pressure in the midfield and the Hawthorn defence have been absolutely first class. They've really had to try and cut through the Hawthorn midfield and their back line and kick goals from play. Yet at the other end, Hawthorn can do that easily, but then they've got the get-out kicks of Franklin and Ruffhead and Williams.
Well, Scott Stevens kicked Adelaide's first goal of the game. Maybe going to kick their last as well, although still 4.5 minutes left here. Adelaide work it out to Bryce Campbell. Handball over the top for Tyson Edwards, who hasn't stopped trying. Lead on from Burton, but he's got 2 to beat. Campbell Brown takes the relieving mark. Burchell available.
Well, he's playing his 100th game also, Campbell Brown. We've talked about the midfield, but He's been super today.
He's become a very improved player overhead, hasn't he? I mean, he marks the ball so well, Campbell Brown.
Simon Taylor almost with a strong mark as well. Chance Bateman wrapped up. Taken down strongly by Bernie Vince.
We've got the twilight game on Fox Sports tonight. Richmond supporters have a little bit of hope because the showdown and the derbies, the three teams that have participated in those games have looked pretty ordinary today.
Cloud again getting the quick kick away. Xavier Ellis coughed it up. Thompson inboard. Now they find Paul Pleasure. Bad pass picked off by Brioli with speed. Good job from Shirley to run him down, but Lance Franklin now one-on-one against Bock, who did well and has Graham Johncock. If he can track it down, it meters in the clear. Going to centre the ball now for Bryce Campbell, but Chance Bateman relieves him of it.
He runs himself to exhaustion, Chance Bateman. His work rate's so good.
Hodge, 70 metres out, launches deep. Roughhead the target. Good work from Rutten there now with the support of Paul Pleasure. And Adelaide escaped the danger zone. Over the top, good defensive work provided by Xavier Ellis. A little over 3 minutes to play from Launceston. 1 goal apiece here in the final term.
Rising in stature too, Xavier Ellis, 23 disposals.
And that's a new career high for Xavier Ellis as Guerra gets involved again.
What's his career high, Case? He's had a beauty today. He's up to 36, Guerra.
Bateman coming up for number 29 has been everywhere. Hodge casually works it out wide for the Hawks. Gillum to the run of Guerra. Indefatigable today, Guerra. Push taking the kick, puts it on right to Shane Crawford.
Talking of running, this guy hasn't played an AFL game to date. He's an elite athlete, Shane Crawford.
From 52, unloads. Good depth with the kick from Shane Crawford. He celebrates his return in style.
What a game from Crawford. Hasn't played an AFL game. He missed the first 3 through suspension from last year's final against Kangaroos North Melbourne. He's had 28 disposals. He's kicked the 1 goal. His work rate has been super.
Another one from Guerra. Again, you just can't let a player that uses the ball as well as him kick the ball inside 50 like that. Just a great kick to Crawford.
Good try that, Chance.
Well, there's pressure on for spots at the Hawthorn Football Club. The coaches love that. No Mitchell, no Lewis, no Boyle. The 22 have put their hand up today.
Taylor with a tap. Luke Hodge charges onto it. Was looking for Crawford. Good work again from Doughty. Osborne looked to be taken high by McLeod. No whistle forthcoming.
They look genuine, Hawthorn, don't they? They look genuine. Their structure looks good. They got Trent Crowe to come back into this side in the back half. 2 of their best clearance players not playing in Lewis and Mitchell. Dangerous forward line. A competitive ruck brigade. Yeah, they're going to take some holding this year, the Hawks.
Umpire goes down in the process there, Justin Schmidt. Adelaide looked to clear, Paul Pleasure.
Touch, play on.
Birchall. Well, the Hawks run this with consummate ease in their back line, and Guerra's at it again.
38 now.
He's got his own ball out there in the second half.
Campbell Brown looks up, nice pass. Finds Clark. Slow pass from Clark though, but finds the target. Mark taken by Michael Osborne. Multiple leads coming at him. He's got paralysed by choice in the end. Chance Bateman runs onto it.
Well, that was magnificent. We won't see it at home, but Chance Bateman has ran from the left side of the screen from the wing through the full forward line and then led at the ball carrier. You just see him coming in the left of screen there. He's run 150 metres to get that ball.
He deserves to finish it off here with a goal.
Bateman comes in, bringing it back. He loves it.
Well, when they had the Brownlow votes at the end of the year, I'm not sure whether the umpires put sentiment into it, but he's played his 100th game today, Chance Bateman, and he has had one hell of a game. He has worked both ends of the ground as a half-forward wingman in the middle of the ground. He has been everywhere. Not only has he kicked the goals, but he's got back and helped the defence in the air also. He's been super.
Well, the Adelaide Crows with plenty to think about now. 50-point margin. Chance Bateman, it took 9 years to reach 100 games in the AFL, and celebrating the milestone in style. 30 disposals, 2 goals. And the Hawks closing in on the biggest ever score that we've seen here at Aurora Stadium. Port Adelaide kicked 17-15 against the Hawks in 2002. The Hawks only 3 points shy of that now, at time working against them.
There's been a 50 here. Not sure what it was for. Pretty sure it was back chatting or...
Nah, a bit of hanging on.
Bit of hanging on.
Pretty quiet today, Scott Thompson too. He's been saying that. He's had 25 touches, but they haven't been the Scott Thompson running and carrying 25 touches that you normally see.
Top 3 in Adelaide's best and fairest last season, and top 10 in the Brownlow medal voting as well. 1 goal to his credit in 2008, and he's doubled that now as Adelaide get a late reply.
They've played the game right out, Adelaide, to their credit, and we just see the 50 here.
That's the free.
That's the free kick. Thompson gets the ball.
And he grabbed it again.
Tries to knock the ball out, yeah. Good decision from the umpire. Once a free kick's been given, you've got to give the ball carrier an open go at it. But they've won the clearances, Adelaide. That's something they can put a feather in their cap. 37 Adelaide, 21 Hawthorn.
.27 seconds left on the clock. Ruckman added again. Thompson, quick kick to the advantage of Shirley. Vince over the top. Thompson in traffic with problems. Dropped the ball. Not penalised. Now high tackle will be penalised against Bernie Vince.
The game's ended the way it started. Pressure on the Adelaide ball carrier. Terrific play.
Well, Hawthorn came here on a mission, and they have opened 2008 with 4 successive wins and get the job done here against the Adelaide Crows in the final analysis by 44 points.
That's a super win from Hawthorn land. They played 4 quarters of football, led by the 100-game of Chance Bateman. He was super today. 30 disposals, 2 goals. Guerra's had the 38. Their run, carry game. The defence was strong. Their forwards were on fire. Franklin, you see on the screen there, kicking 6 goals, 3. Great team effort there by the boys.
Oh, it certainly was, and they outworked Adelaide. Adelaide looked tired to me. I mean, Neil Craig will offer no excuses, but to me they looked a bit flat. Hawthorn set the standard earlier. They set it through their young players, and it was the likes of Rioli. Chance Bateman was sensational. We know that. Michael Osborne did his job. In fact, I reckon a player like Bateman becomes that important to Hawthorn because of his defensive pressure as much as he's run and carry.
Well, the Hawks very impressive today, led by 8 at quarter time, 18 at the half. It was 37 at 3/4 time, and they've run out 44-point winners.
This has been a Fox Sports production. It's time to show your true colours. Round 5 is live on Fox Sports. Saturday afternoon, set your sights high as the big men take to the sky. Adelaide and Fremantle led Fly at Amy, 3 o'clock live.
The Birdman will always make you pay.
Then from their own lofty perch, the first place Hawks descend on the Gabba as they challenge the comeback kings of the jungle. Saturday night, live from 7.
Oh, that is a gem off the boot. They're in front.
Sunday at 1, the Blues have finally found the winning formula. But will it work against the desperate D's at the MCG? Then at 4, can the Eagles avenge last year's loss in their qualifying final, or will they face a power surge at Subiaco? This weekend, Adelaide meet Fremantle 3 o'clock Saturday, and the Lions face the Hawks at 7. On Sunday, Melbourne take on Carlton at 1, and West Coast host Port Adelaide at 4, all live on Fox Sports 1.
Monte Carlo or bust. Monday, stage 3 of the ATP Masters Series. The race continues live and exclusive on Fox Sports. Who will hit pay dirt on the French Riviera? For the first time this season, the Kings of Clay come out to play. Can Spain's young bull make history by winning his 4th consecutive title?
Tennis of the highest order.
The race continues. The ATP Masters Series live from Monte Carlo, Monday, Fox Sports 3.
Wednesday on Fox Sports 1, tennis takes centre court from 5:30. First up, ATP Weekly. Then finals excitement from the Fed Cup and the Davis Cup. At 8, we're in Mooloolaba for round 1 of the Triathlon World Cup, plus ice hockey playoffs. This program brought to you by Harvey Norman. There's a store near you. And Bunnings Warehouse, where lowest prices are just the beginning.